There's a bunch of deer running over there on the top of the hill. I wouldn't have known if I hadn't just looked over. See their tails running back and forth. Busby and I, well, me really, wanted to come and check out the Bigfoot site, quote unquote. We haven't been over this way in a while. The place where we found the rock piles and where those two trees are bent in arches. I like to come and check it out every once in a while to see if there's been anything different. When I watch some of the Bigfoot podcasts and stuff, I know I've said this before, but the quote-unquote experts say that rock piles and bending trees over in an arch formation are both behaviors that Bigfoot and Sasquatch supposedly participate in, and nobody knows exactly what they're supposed to mean. And I just thought it was very interesting that I found both over here. I like to keep coming back and checking on it. Where did the deer go? Looked like there was quite a few. They come and go so fast, and you don't even hear them. It's amazing that squirrels, little squirrels, can make so much noise jumping around in dead leaves, but something as big as a deer can be silent. You don't know they're there until you happen to notice the tail, the white tail bobbing up and down. Okay, here we are. This is the spot. Here's the two arched trees. Interesting that there would be deer here, right here, you know. Maybe that's what this means. Maybe it's a good hunting spot. Maybe that's what they marked it with. Trees and rock piles. No. I don't see the rock pile, Busby, do you? They get kicked over. Here's the two bowed trees. There's one. That one looks like it's broken now. There was a big pile of rocks back here. I don't even see it anymore. If it got kicked over. I don't see any rocks anymore. Where did they all go? I don't like to walk through this too much because Busby gets stuck full of cockleburs and stuff. Now that's weird. Where did all those rocks go? Who would have moved all those rocks if they're not here anymore? Where did all the rock piles go? They're all gone. Well, that's very strange, if I do say so myself. Where would the... I don't want to keep repeating myself. Where would all the rocks have gone? You guys remember when I used to film? Come here and there'd be the rocks piled in neat, like pyramid formations here and there. Now there's not a rock to be seen. Well, I'm sorry, but I think that's very strange. Where did they go, Busby? Huh? I don't see rocks anywhere. And some of those rocks were pretty hefty. There's lots of old dead tree trunks, but no rocks anymore. Are we too far this way? Are we too far this way? Were they back here further? I don't know. I see one stone back there. Bigger stone. There's a big stone there. Maybe they were back here. Oh, I see one back there. Is that a new one? I don't remember it being that far back. It's straight ahead. Do you see that? I don't remember them being that far back. Is that a new one? Let's check this out, Busby. You being okay walking? Well, it's definitely a pile of rocks. I don't see any big footprints around. Something very definitely piled those rocks there. Isn't it weird to think, what if that pile of rocks and those two trees bent over were really made by a unknown big primate? Their hands might have touched those and placed them there. I know not everybody believes, but interesting thought. I'm right now looking at something that is very black and is bent over in the distance. It's probably a tree trunk, I suppose. I think it's the end of a tree. What do you think, Busby? Do you think a big gorilla man made this? It's fun to think about. That some of those rocks are pretty big. Anyway, I guess there's one still here. Those deer were way over there. There was one time when we came here, when we first noticed them, there were several piles. There were smaller ones, and there are some big boulders embedded in the dirt, and they had smaller rocks placed on top of them. I think this is the biggest one. I don't remember it being that far off the path, but maybe it was. There's an interesting story, and I probably told it before. I believe it was in 2003 or 2005. It is online in 2 different websites I found. Well, first there's a entry in the BFRO, which is the Bigfoot research organization that collects and catalogs and investigates Sasquatch Bigfoot sightings in North America and categorizes and records them state by state. And the one here involved a set of footprints in the snow, and I have them saved on my phone. that a person who lives bordering this forest preserve along the bike trail found huge bear footprints 16 inches long in the snow coming out of the forest preserve and into his yard along the side of his home. And he photographed them, and the BFRO came and investigated them. And that same year, I believe, there is another website that I found doing a Google search for Bigfoot activity in my county, Lake County, Illinois, that claimed that there was a rumor that a Sasquatch Bigfoot was chased out of Illinois Beach State Park, which is just a few miles north up the road. Supposedly, I don't know if it was the Bureau of Land Management or if it was Illinois police or what it was, but supposedly there's a rumor that they chased a Sasquatch through there, trying to get it out of the area. And it's the same year that the footprints were found here. So I'm wondering, of course, if that might have been the one that made the footprints here, and possibly maybe that's it made the stones and bent the trees there. I'm just guessing. But then it got chased out of the area by whoever that was that came and chased it out of Illinois Beach State Park. That's all supposition, but it's just fun to think about. It's hard to believe that it would just be one by itself, but I suppose it could be. You would think they would be in tribes or bands like gorillas and chimps, but we don't know anything about their social structure. Anyway, I wanted to come back and check that out. I'm happy to see that there still is a pile there. I was kind of bummed when I didn't see any. I thought, oh, my little local activity spot is gone, but I like to see that it's still there. I wonder if I did an experiment, if I took the stones down, took the pile apart, if they would return to a pile again. I don't know. Might be interesting to try sometime. Or maybe I would piss something off. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Who knows? It would just be interesting to see if I took it apart. It would be kind of depressing. Well, depressing, sad, if nothing happened. And it's kind of neat to think if something like a Bigfoot creature made that, then I would feel terrible taking it apart, you know? Oh well. Maybe I'll think about that. Sure would be cool to see one and get one on film. Okay. Bye.